Hi, I'm Tasha from One Big Happy Life on behalf of the Financial Diet, and this is the Lifestyle Fix brought to you by Skillshare. Today, I'm going to be sharing some of my top productivity tips with you. I'm a lawyer with a full-time day job. I have 2 kids. I run my own 6-figure business, One Big Happy Life, where we produce 2 to 3 videos a week right here on YouTube. I run a coaching program where I teach aspiring entrepreneurs how to build businesses that they love so that they can quit jobs that they hate. And I'm here every Friday with another new video on the financial diet. So yeah, my life is pretty full. Of course, I didn't take on all of these roles at once. If I had, there's no way that I could be as effective as I am today. I'm far more efficient and productive than I was even just a few years ago. In the past few years, as I've taken on more responsibilities in my life, I've also worked to create systems and habits in my life that help me fit in all of the things that I want to do into the time that I actually have. Now, here's the thing. I love being productive and getting things done, but I'm not about being busy or overworked. So as we go through these productivity tips, think about them as ways to help you be more efficient so you're making space for what matters and not as an invitation to push yourself to burnout. It's all about finding the right balance for your own life. Okay, now let's get into these tips. Number 1, meal planning and meal prep. I know that it's strange that food is number 1 on my list, but nothing wrecks my week faster than having to come up with meal ideas on the fly for my family. When that happens, we inevitably end up spending more money eating out because it feels convenient in the moment, even though the reality is that it takes us the same amount of time to run to the store for a steak and salad fixins as it does for us to wait for takeout. Meal prep helps me be more efficient with my time and with my decisions, so I'm less likely to run into decision fatigue. At the end of the week, typically on Fridays, I plan which meals my family is going to have the following week. That's breakfasts, lunches, dinners, snacks, all of it. That involves checking our refrigerators and pantry to see what we already have on hand, skimming through past meal prep logs to see which of our favorite meals haven't been on the menu in a while, and swiping through my recipes Pinterest board to see if there's a new recipe I'd like to add to the rotation that week. Then I create my grocery list and go shopping. I bulk cook most of our food on a single day and freeze most of it. Click the card up above or the link in the description box down below to check out what a bulk meal prep day looks like for me. Now, there are some weeks where I know that I just don't have time to even go to the grocery store, like weeks where we're traveling, for example. So those weeks, we may choose to order a meal delivery service on the day we come back, so that's one less thing we have to think about when we get home. On days when I work in the office, I grab my breakfast bowl, 2 lunch bowls, and my snacks and head out the door. In the evenings, dinner is a breeze because we're just reheating the food that I've already made. And because the bulk of the food prep mess was made on cooking day, cleanup is light on weeknights, which is great because that's when we're the most time crunched. Lastly, meal prep helps me plan healthier menus for my family and makes it easier to stick to our food budget. Number 2, delegating responsibilities to other people. There's absolutely no way that I could run a household, work a full-time job, run a business, maintain healthy relationships with my partner and children, and sleep if I was trying to do all of those things by myself. Joseph and I trade off on who does laundry versus who does the cooking. When things get really hectic with the business, he does both. He also manages the accounting and payroll for our business and handles the equipment purchases and maintenance. My daughter Alexis, who's 17, has been responsible for cleaning the kitchen, vacuuming, taking out the trash, and cleaning the guest path for years. Now that she's in college full-time, she also works for One Big Happy Life as my assistant. She takes our photos, like this one of me and Joseph, creates graphic assets for our articles and videos, manages our content calendar. I also work with a great crew of freelancers that help me in other areas of my business. Delegating tasks to others helps free up my time to focus on the areas of my life that bring me the most joy and where I can have the most impact. Now, you might not have a business, but learning how to delegate is still important. If you live with other people, split up responsibilities to make sure that everyone is doing their fair share to maintain the household. At work, resist the urge to take on large projects all by yourself. Allow your colleagues or junior team members to take on ownership of parts of the project. Set expectations, give deadlines, and trust your team members to get the work done. Number 3, multitasking when it makes sense. As a general rule, I'm not a fan of multitasking when it comes to doing my best work. What we call multitasking is actually task switching, where we rapidly switch focus between two things and ultimately don't do either of them really well. So while I generally recommend taking a single task, single focus approach to work, there are times when multitasking is my preferred productivity hack. One instance is when I can pair something I don't want to do with something that I do want to do and might not otherwise have time for, like watching Netflix while folding laundry, for example, or listening to podcasts while I vacuum. Another thing is when I can knock out two things I want to do at the same time without compromising either task. So I like spending time with my family, and I like being active and getting in the exercise my body needs to be healthy. So I'll go out to a park or on a long walk with my kids, or Joseph and I will work out together at the gym. Number 4, creating systems to capture and organize everything. My systems and routines keep my life running smoothly. They make sure that things don't fall through the cracks and that I'm not wasting time figuring out what should go where or how to tackle a particular recurring project or task. So to go back to my meal prep example, when I'm meal prepping, I plan on a specific day and time, and then I go to the grocery store on a specific day and time. Same thing with the cooking. I have a digital recipe binder where I keep all of our favorite meals and our personal tweaks to the recipes. That means no racking my brain trying to figure out which website a particular recipe came from. My meal prep process is efficient and effective, and I'm always looking for new ways to streamline and systematize my processes, whether it's work, my business, or my personal life. It helps me stay on top of everything so that I'm able to take control of my schedule and not have to stress or worry about things not getting taken care of because they were overlooked. What gets tracked gets done. Number 5, I practice self-care. I know that some people scoff at the concept of self-care and just see it as another trendy buzzword. I get that. The concept of self-care can seem strange when the only person that needs your time, attention, and care is yourself. It may also seem strange if you're one of those unicorns that have a natural knack for setting boundaries without any of the accompanying guilt. For the rest of us, we need to learn how to set those boundaries, and we need to teach ourselves that some of our time must be devoted to self-improvement and self-care. Back when I was in undergrad, working 30 hours a week and doing all of the cooking and cleaning in my household while also trying to be a present mom and wife, I'd get so overwhelmed with the stress of it all. And every so often, I would just break down and cry because of how hard it all felt. And it would take me a few days to pull myself back together and to get back to the work of building the life that I wanted to have. In terms of the sheer number of things that I manage in my day-to-day life now, I'm managing way more than I did in those earlier years, and yet I never have those kinds of breakdowns anymore. There are a number of reasons for that, but the biggest one is that I am better at paying attention to the things that I need to do for myself to maintain my mental and physical health. That means getting more sleep, drinking plenty of water, exercising. It means reading a good speculative fiction book for fun, writing for pleasure, all of the things that bring me joy, fill my cup, and do nothing in service for anyone else but myself. Now, I confess that of all of the things on my list, this is still the thing that I struggle the most with, but it is a key focus of mine this year. So now that I've shared some of my favorite productivity tricks that help me be a happier and more effective person, let's talk about a great place to brush up on some other life skills, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in design, business, technology, and more. Premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes on essential topics, so you can improve your skills, unlock new opportunities, and do the work you love. Looking to craft a unique brand to set yourself apart from the competition? Check out Keith Yamashita's class, Storytelling for Leaders: How to Craft Stories That Matter, where he teaches you how to craft a compelling story that matters to your audience. Click the link in the description box to join the millions of students already learning on Skillshare today, and to take advantage of a special offer just for TFD viewers. The first 500 visitors will get 2 months of unlimited access to over 25,000 classes for free. Act now so you don't miss out and start learning today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you here next Friday for another new episode of The Lifestyle Fix. Bye.